What's up, good people? I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm Landon, and I'm joined by Zach, and we are also joined by our mascot Shadow, who will be revealed at 100,000 subscribers. So subscribe. Zach, what are we talking about?
So today we're going to talk about the new Wes Anderson movie, The Phoenician Scheme, which just came out little under a week ago. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but,
very recently.
Very recently. But yeah, I'll let you kind of take the lead on this one.
So
just kind of jump into it.
Yeah, so The Phoenician Scheme, 2025, very unique movie. Wes Anderson has a very unique style. It was directed by Wes Anderson. It is starring Benicio del Toro. Does you say
I think so. I put Benedict del Toro, so I think I have it wrong. I thought it was Benedict. That's my bad.
Also starring Mia Therapolitan and Michael Cera. And there's so many notable actors in this movie that if we kept listing them all, we'll probably talk about them sometime in this movie. But yeah, so it has. The fun part about this movie is it has a lot of wide ranges on the rating. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like a high 79%. And then on IMDb is at 6.9%. And then Letterboxd is at a 3.6 out of 3.6 stars. That's at 6.9%. 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb. But yeah, this is going to be a fun episode because I know both of our ratings, so it's going to be like...
this is the first time our ratings are so different.
So awesome. All our thoughts are probably going to be very different, and I'm excited. So, Zach, please tell us what your ratings do you recommend? What's your thoughts on this movie?
Yeah, so I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. That being said, it's not a bad movie. It's just... I'll get into why I rated it the way I did here in a little bit. However, I do recommend it. I do think it is a very unique movie. It's funny. It is genuinely kind of funny. It might not hit everyone's humor. It's very unique humor, but to the point I'd still watch it again. I still really liked it. But that being said, my rating is a little bit lower. So I'll let you go ahead and talk about your rating.
Yeah. So this is my highest rated movie so far. Mine's a 9.2 out of 10, and our scales are going to be different for every movie probably, and my number one reason for a 9.2 is the cinematography. The still shots in this movie is perfect. I mean, from the beginning to the end, there's so much uniqueness that you can tell that the cast and the crew really captured what Wes Anderson was looking for. The bright vibes. It takes place in the 50s, so the 50s vibes of everything. So I really enjoyed it. I really recommend it, and it's just... As someone who really loves creativity and uniqueness in film and just as a whole of in the world, that's something I've really enjoyed in this movie. But yeah, do you have any thoughts you want to portray? Any thing you want to talk about that's in the movie?
Yeah. So.
But first.
Oh, spoilers!
Spoilers, y'all.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. Come back. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll definitely piggyback off that. I thought the art style and the camera work was very much a unique take. It's not a style I've seen before. And this is actually, so that's something I want to point out too. This is the first Wes Anderson movie I've ever seen. Yeah. I know he's made quite a few. So there's the most recent, I think, was Asteroid City. Mm-hmm. Haven't watched that. There's The Fantastic Mr. Fox. There's The Grand Budapest Hotel. After seeing this, I kind of want to go watch some of those just because, I want to see... Because everyone talks about his style is kind of the same, color scheme-wise and everything and all of it. But, if it's anywhere near as good as Phoenician Scheme or better, then it's, I want to watch it. But, yeah. And then just, it was very peculiar. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a very, very much unique, peculiar movie, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah. It has its own vibe.
It really does. That's the best way to say it is just its own vibe. There's not a movie I can compare it to, you know what I mean? Other than maybe a Wes Anderson movie, but it was very much a just.
Yeah. I mean, From the moment I saw, the very first shot, dude's on a plane, and this other dude gets blown up, but the whole shot's still the whole time, right? So things are happening, and the shot's not moving or anything. It's just a wonder, and then after like plane crashes and all that, but after that we go back to his place, and it's just this like overhead shot, and that shot's a good 2 to 3 minutes long, and
that was a cool shot.
Even the casting and the director and the pre-credits of the movie are like the color scheme matches the floor and everything is happening, and it's just one shot, but it's like overhead and it looks so beautiful, and oh man, that whole shot, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful, I love it. Like,
that's the thing,
you rarely see this in film nowadays.
It's a very much like, if you're more of a cinematography oriented person with movies, then this is a very pleasing to the eye movie. Which for me, because like we're both that way, I'd say, is like, I'd say you're a little bit more than me, just because like you were really more into like the film aspect of stuff.
Yeah.
But I still really love that stuff too. To the point, like it is like very interesting, because I've never really seen like that for an opening. Also, something else that was really interesting, kind of piggybacking off that again, is it showed the cast like specifically in order of appearance.
Yeah.
Which like that doesn't happen all that often with movies, because like, one, it can kind of spoil the movie, but also like the fact you have that many stars you have to say in, so you know when to like expect them or whatever. Because also some of them don't look like themselves at all.
Oh yeah, no, they did really good at like the makeup department did really good.
Because what's his name? Prince Farouk, whatever, I forgot his name. The guy who plays him, Riz Ahmed, I did not know that was him.
Oh yeah, no.
I was like, huh? Like, that is not, like, I knew he looked familiar, but I'm like, that's him? Like, oh yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, like even like from the beginning to the end of the movie, like everything was unique. Even the credits went horizontal.
That was weird. That was
unique thing, but I was like, this is genius. That's never been done before. Or like, it probably has been done before, but it's never like,
it felt like a slideshow. Yeah,
it was like perfect, and like it went to the rhythm of the song that was playing on the post credits. So it was like, it was its own like unique thing within itself. I was like, this is genius. I love it. Like, I don't know why people haven't thought about this, because like, I know Marvel usually has their own unique style for their post credits, and those are always unique, but this is just like, it was black and white, and there's like a little art, but it just went and went and went. I was like, this is perfect. And like the very end of the credits was like the big like hurrah of the song, and I was like, this is genius. But there is something I want to talk about in this movie, because I thought it was very funny. But so the plot of the movie, that is something that is kind of hard with this movie. The plot is kind of a little, at the beginning, it's a little difficult to figure out, but then once you start seeing it, you're like, okay, I kind of start understanding a little bit. But so basically the plot is he's trying to build this thing, I think, and he's trying to get like funds from all these people.
Yeah, it's an industrial, like, futuristic plan basically, and it's to make them rich, because it includes transportation and energy and like all these like industrial movement type things, but like that takes a lot of money. So that's like the whole movie is him recruiting these former friends, some are family, like people he knows, to like chip in and like help basically, which is very interesting.
So one of my favorite parts of the movie is like Prince Farouk. He meets Prince Farouk. They're going on the train tracks and they stop, and comes another train. It's Tom Hanks, which is just really funny within itself, because I'm thinking All Aboard. I'm thinking about Polar Express. I'm like, Tom Hanks is on a train, but
him and then I think it was Bryan Cranston is the other one.
Yeah, so. And they're like they're like negotiating a deal. They're like, you know what? We'll just play 2v2 basketball. I'm like,
what? And they just had one ready.
Yeah, and then they just start. Yeah, you never know when a pickup game of basketball is gonna happen. So that is a good example of it.
That was awesome. I just thought it was hilarious because the way they showed up, because that's the first time they show up in the movie, Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston's characters. Tom Hanks is drinking a Coca-Cola, out of the Coca-Cola bottle, and Bryan Cranston is eating like half of a Hershey bar. Yeah. And it's the most random thing ever. I'm like, what?
I was like, yep, product placement.
Gotta make revenue. But yeah, no, it was a really cool, like, constant. And I think to that point, so that's one reason I didn't rate it as high is there was moments it felt kind of rushed or confusing to me, plot wise. Like I said, I still really enjoyed it. I think if I watched it again now, understanding the plot, I would probably appreciate it more and like it more. But it's definitely one of those, like, if you don't wrap your head around like what's really happening really quickly, then it can very much like alter how you perceive it. But it was still really well done. Also, like, my favorite running gag, which was also like kind of shown in the trailers, but in the movie, was the have a hand grenade.
Oh yeah.
It was the most random thing ever. It was like, and then at the very end, Uncle Newbar, who's played by Benedict Cumberbatch, it's like, I have my own, thank you. And it's just like, it's like, what? Who came up with this?
The whole have a hand grenade.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah, like some of the lines were really funny. Me myself, I feel perfectly fine.
Oh my gosh! No, I quoted that the other day because
I feel perfectly safe. Like
me myself, or I feel perfectly. Man, I can't remember.
I know, but I don't know. It was like really.
But
funny.
that line though, and he said that so many times to the movie, where I was like, I thought he was just gonna say that once, like.
But yeah, and then there is something that like I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird, but definitely the heaven scenes. I thought they did the heaven scenes, I guess, or the dream sequences, whatever you want to call it. They were I thought they were done very well, but they were very weird.
Very weird.
But I feel like that's what he wanted to captivate from those scenes, was like to make it feel weird.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like ambiguous.
Yeah, so I'm like those are kind of weird, but I feel like that was the plan. Could be wrong.
Also, like, I totally forgot till you brought it up, but literally Green Goblin shows up in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, the goat himself. I was like,
William Dafoe.
Because, like, I was like, man, that kind of looks like Willem Dafoe. I'm like, wait a minute, that is Willem Dafoe. I'm like, what is he doing here?
That is definitely something, like, we'll be watching like a random movie, and then we'll be like, oh, William Dafoe.
Like, there's so many movies lately that we've had that happen.
He's just like in like the most random role or whatever, and it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it. He's a phenomenal actor. But yeah, it's just like, even those like the heaven / dream sequences, it's so cool to how like the color scheme changes, like this very vibrant, beautiful color to like more just black and white, kind of old like 50s, 60s era film style. It was really cool. Like the transitions in this movie were some of the best I've seen for sure. Just scene to scene, like.
I mean, bro, even that, like, he'll be like, "This is my shoebox," and then it'll be like a close up of the shoebox, but it's like in a picture form, and then they go back to the scene, and then they'll talk about, oh, this is how much we have, and I'll show it real quick, and then I'll go back to the scene. And I'm like, stuff like that is what really like elevated my score. I'm like, oh, this is like a very unique style. It's like they're talking about this person, and then they show a quick picture, and then they go back to the scene. And it's like something I've never really seen in a movie before. So that's why I'm like, oh, this is like kind of unique. So I really enjoy unique movies like that, where they do things that are like outside the box. They're very unique. But yeah, even bro, like the whole relationship between him and his daughter was like, wild.
That was so. It was so great because even from the get go, it's like, what has happened? But like, over time they just got closer and closer. It was a really cool like story. I like that. Also, like, dude, I just want to talk about Michael Cera for a second, because he is the most random guy ever. Because he's been in other movies. There's like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. There's he was in Barbie. He was in, but like everyone jokes. There's like he always just is like himself though, because he's kind of a goofy, kind of like I don't know what the word is, but like a goofy guy in real life, I guess, is the best term I can describe him as, respectfully. So in the movie, he actually like has an accent. He like all this thing. It's like, man, he's like killing this role. Yeah. He actually like got into like played someone else, and then towards the end, it's revealed he like was a spy the whole time, and then like he just turns into himself. I'm like, there it is. Michael Cera fans are gonna love this. Yes. But he did such a good job, though. Honestly, like that was so funny.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I even thought Mia did a good job as Liesel. That was her name.
Yeah, she killed that role.
She did, because that was, I don't know, it was really unique. She was like a nun, and she was like, always, she would pray like most randomly. I'm like, all right, here we go. All right, we're good.
It was funny. It was on with that, like, she's a nun, but she wasn't like, she didn't complete the last part, I guess.
Yeah.
To where she could be a legit nun, which was funny to me. Because he Bjorn, played by Michael Cera, at some point, like, they're talking in the station car, and he's like, "But you are not a nun. You're a business lady."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a very unique movie. I recommend it. It is like a unique feel, vibe. I feel like this is definitely one of those movies where, like, you're either really gonna like enjoy it, or you're gonna be like, "What did I just watch?"
Very much.
Like,
yeah.
So.
That is so another thing. Like, we've already kind of talked about it, but just there are so many people in the cast.
Oh yes, there is.
Like, to the point where it's like it's almost crazy, because a lot of them don't have a whole lot of screen time. They kill it in their role. Like, in the scenes they steal the show. But to me, they definitely felt more like cameos than like legit cast, if that makes sense. Because, like, to me, the main cast was just Del Toro, Liesel's character, actress, and then Michael Cera.
Yeah.
And then everyone else just kind of shows up. Well, he was still good, but yeah, there's like, because even like Uncle Newbar made sense, because they like talk about him the whole time, and that's like the grand reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have like Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, he's randomly there, or
he's just a chill guy that's there.
Scarlett Johansson.
That too.
That's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess she was like the cousin or whatever. He's like
second cousin. Yeah.
He's like, "I'll give you this ring if you marry me and pay." I'm like, "Bro, that's your."
That was really
dog.
confusing.
Like, you don't know.
Wait. That was really weird.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, everything in this movie is unique, and I recommend it. Very funny. Story was pretty interesting. He like has all these adopted kids.
That too. I didn't realize like they really explained it. Like, most of those kids are just adopted.
Yeah.
Because he's like, just in case.
Like, I was like, oh, all right.
Like, I mean,
you do you.
Valid, because you gave him a home, I guess, but also like, what the heck?
You see, that was the story I was most interested in. Was like not even him trying to like build a thing. It was more of like him and his daughter, because like there's like the whole conspiracy, the whole movie of like if it's his daughter or not.
Oh yeah, that was
if
cool.
It's his brother's, or if it's his niece or not, because like I guess his wife cheated or whatever. There's a whole thing, and
yeah,
I don't know. It was drama, so I was like, I'm more interested in that. But
that's Del Toro was just hilarious. Like,
yeah,
like you could never tell what his true motive was, but also like he's just a funny dude when he plays roles.
Yeah.
Because I keep saying, because we keep seeing this trailer right now. It's like him and what's his name? I should know this. Titanic guy. I'm gonna get so much crap for saying that, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I know the movie you're talking about.
Wolf of Wall Street. He's like in so many.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, thank you. Why did I not remember that? I'm gonna get so much hate for that. I'm sorry. I know.
I didn't say it.
I know Leonardo DiCaprio. I suck at names sometimes, so forgive me. But yes, we saw that trailer, and Del Toro just shows up, and then in the trailer, DiCaprio's character's like, "Viva la revolution!" And then Del Toro's like, sticks his hand in there, and then like he pulls a trapdoor and the carpet rolls over it. Yeah. I'm like, bro, that's so random. So I love Del Toro in those kind of roles, and he plays the Collector in Marvel. So like, yeah, that's another example. But
why would I lie?
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh, he kills it. But
I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Dude, there's so many good dialogue in that movie.
So I know you gave it a 6.5, but what was your favorite part of this movie?
Man, I don't that like I said, like, I don't know. To me, there's not like a standout moment that's like, man, this was the best part of the movie. Like, it's all a continuously like kind of interesting, intriguing story to me. I don't know, man. Like that's like the one thing that comes to mind is just the Michael Cera reveal of like he's a double agent or whatever, and like he just like changes into himself. I thought that was really funny, but yeah, I don't. This is one of those rare times I don't have a standout moment. Like it is a good movie. Again, like I keep re-saying that just because I want to make it clear. Like I don't hate the movie, but it is just different, you know.
Very different, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Was there like a moment that you're just like, this is the best like scene to me, or?
Oh, you know, Del Toro surviving not one but 2 plane crashes.
That's a good point.
That was pretty cool.
That those sequences are funny. It's like this guy does not die.
No, literally, yeah. Or even like the blood transfusion. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah. That's enough blood.
Yeah. There's just stuff like that. It was like these like awkward. It's like awkward situations, but the shot is like perfect, like perfectly like parallel to where you're like, all right, like cool, like
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but really unique. Before, are you good right there?
Yeah, I would say the only other thing I would add is so another reason, like I should have said this, I forgot to mention this, but another reason why I didn't rank it or rate it as high, to me, like the ending was good in terms of like, you know, like it's a happy ending type thing.
Yeah.
However, like the thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I'm like, they did all this work for this Phoenician scheme, and I'm still like, did it work? Like we don't know if it worked or not, because like part of me is like, okay, did it work? Because he's poor. Like I know he put all his everything into it financially, but like I don't know. I just felt like they would at least like kind of follow up or like be like show it paying off or something, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
It was still good. Like I said, it's one of those things. I'm like, man, now I want to know. Like, did he pull it off, or was it just all for nothing? Like,
yeah, that's a fair point. That is a very fair point. Because they really didn't really tell us if he did or not.
Yeah.
The girl just gets engaged real quick to Michael Cera.
Could you imagine falling in love with a man like me, hypothetically?
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah, even the dialogue in this movie was very good.
The dialogue was really good.
Cool. Before we close out, Zach, what's your favorite Star Wars character?
What? Bro, okay, you throw me some left field questions. That takes the cake, brother. That is insane. Off rip, bro. Oh my gosh. Man, it's a tie between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'd have to say Obi-Wan Kenobi though.
Oh, because he won twice.
Yeah. He just he beat like every Sith Lord pretty much.
Yeah.
Every big character lived for like ever and then decided, you know what, I'm cool with dying. Like
deuces. I'm done with this.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character, Landon?
Mine's Ahsoka.
Valid.
Yeah. The GOAT. Not really, but she is my favorite.
Yeah, she's a GOAT. Come on. She's one of the GOATs.
She's a GOAT. Yeah, she's a GOAT. Cool. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all, we're going to close it right there. Love the random questions. All right. Y'all, we love Jesus. We love the Bible. We love sharing the Word of God. And Zach, go ahead and share the Word of God.
All right. You got it. So I'm going to be reading out of 1 Corinthians 1:10. And it says, I appeal to you, brothers and sisters, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that all of you agree with one another in what you say, and that there be no divisions among you, but that you be perfectly united in mind and thought. Just a reminder, like all across the world, like believers, non-believers, like we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. So you don't have to be alone, and you're never meant to be divided amongst each other. So just come together, be united under God.